Folks, you're not going to believe this one is a total classic. We've got Shroomraver, great guy, very enthusiastic, and he's cooking up a big plan, huge plan. He's been saying, we've got to stop Galarian Slowking. The guy's making graphs, scouting replays, building sets total over prep. But here's the twist, folks, Slowking's getting benched. That's right, it's not even in the game. While Shroomraver's busy studying toxic spikes and Trick Room, the real dream team is warming up backstage, absolute legends. You've got Thundurus, the lightning mastermind, Greninja, slippery, sneaky, and on a quest to redeem itself after allegations were thrown against it. Halucha, the high-flying showman, Clefable, the support queen, throwing up screens like walls on the southern border, beautiful, strong, unbreakable, Blaziken, the fiery finisher, and Electros, the shocking tank that can't be grounded. So while Shroomraver's out there building an anti-Slowking fortress, the rest of the team's already running the show. Slowking's on the bench, just taking a breather.
Okay, so my opponent brought no Tornadus, which is very surprising to me. I thought Torn was pretty good into my team. He's Ground, Primarina, and Electric Haxorus. Electric Haxorus is really interesting. I thought that was going to be a Steel version, but that's better for my Clefable. Even my Clefable is a Mono Fairy move this week with screens. So I'm just going to roll with Greninja lead. I mean, Grin lead is safe into basically everything. It's Scarf, it's going to be able to outspeed everything, and we're going to roll with that. Things I need to be very careful about. I need to be very careful about letting that Haxorus kind of get out of control, because Haxorus is absolutely terrifying for my build. We're Scarf Greninja specifically to check Haxorus if it starts getting speeds off. Sea leads are Shifu. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Probably going to be some Scarf set. That's fine. I can low kick this, which is very tempting. But I know that I don't kill with the low kick, and CC will like nuke me back. Actually, do I just low kick? See, I'm fairly certain you U-turn here. And what's the downside of losing Gren? It's not too bad. I mean, Greninja's nice for Haxorus, but actually, since it's Terra Electric, I won't be able to Thunder Wave it. So I'm not going to take the risk. As much as I want to take the risk and low kick this, I can't afford to. This is basically my only Haxorus check. Terra Electric, now I see why he was Terra Electric. It's because he's... Okay, so he's Terra Electric to avoid getting Thunder Wave. That makes sense. And actually, that's very scary. It's because it makes it so that it's very difficult for me to control that if it starts going crazy. You're thinking about this for way too long. Okay, so that's not Scarfed. If you were Scarfed, you would have stayed in, I'm pretty sure. CBAD. The Bullfish. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. You get your Intimidate off. You get my U-turn off. You see that in Protean? I mean, that's not really a huge reveal. Protean felt like kind of the obvious to bring into his team. Actually, maybe it's not so obvious. I think Thundy is always my play on this, right? What's your electric switch on? Shreds, which isn't really a good switch on. So yeah, Thundy's our play here. We can throw with Thunderbolt, but I'm actually going to Focus Blast in the off chance it is Shreds coming out and it is like a Fighting Resist Berry set. We take any hit from this anyways, so not really the end of the world if he stays in. Spikes will be a little bit annoying, but we can play around it. We have the default Kalucha, which kind of completely stops us whenever we want to bring it out. You stay in. Okay, interesting. You're going to take a large chunk from this. Let's Bedef. Okay. Gunk shot. Are you going to hit? Miss. That's a little unfortunate. Sorry. Yeah, that does really suck. It's because chip on this would have been very valuable for him. Okay, so we're back to the present. It was a Wi-Fi issue on my end. This is actually my first game on the Switch 2, so I had to play with my settings a little bit. So, I think I'm just going to Thunderbolt this. I'm okay with this eating the Gunk if it needs to eat the Gunk. I don't really want my Halucha eating this Gunk shot. So we'll roll with it. Thunderbolt's going to do a little bit more than Focus Blast and be a little more reliable. You might go for the Pain Split here, but if you do, not really the end of the world. But that's interesting to get, so it's like a max Bedef on Coalfish. Yeah, that's like really spit off. You Gunk shot again, so you're not the Pain Split set. Does a large chunk. You get the poison. I'll be honest, poison was completely deserved, especially since that Focus Blast miss was absolutely huge before. So I'm just gonna Volt Switch out. If you go out into the Haxorus, you go out into the Haxorus, not really the, sorry, not the Haxorus. The Iron Tread's not really the end of the world. We do have like a fully healthy heal. I don't think you're going to. I think you're going to give me this Coalfish just because I don't think the Intimidate is that valuable for you here. And the potential of losing Treads to Focus Blast is so big, like this turn. So let's see what you do. Maybe you go out into some kind of resist. No way you go Tread Cell. It's because that's just too big a risk early. So you're going to think about this for a while. But I think you're probably going to give me the Coalfish, unless you really want the Intimidate for something. Which you don't, you give me the Coalfish, fair enough. Coalfish down, so that's very nice. We don't have to worry about T-Spikes. Where's Cool on my list? I didn't write it down, so I don't need to cross it out. Okay. So I think Greninja on neutral maybe? Or do I bring out Blaziken? Let's see, what would Blaziken be good? Blaziken would bring out Dio, and I don't really like the idea of Dio getting a free turn. So I think I am going to bring out the Greninja and play from there. We're probably going to see your Shifu come in. You know that I am not like a banded set now. Is because if I was a banded set, you would have been able to tell from the Coalfish damage. So let's see. No way you bring out Dio. So I'm sure since you see Protean, you know that I'm probably going to be Scarf Gren. It's because, I mean, Scarf Protean guys is like kind of the standard into the Opsis matchup. And I'm sure Shroom's been around for a while. I'm sure he's very well aware of that. Unless he's like some weakness policy Dio, which if he is, he got me good. But that would be a crazy bring-in prep. And even if he is, you have to be a weakness policy agility in order to outspeed my Gren after. And I think I have T-Wave. Yeah, I do have T-Wave on the Thundy anyways. So that wouldn't make any sense. So you're thinking about this for a while. We're probably going to see Urshifu come out. If you don't really have a good switch in otherwise. Lucky O'Brien, Haxorus, interesting. I think that was a little early to go for that. This is letting me get Trip on this is incredibly valuable for me. I'm just going to U-turn. And I'm okay with letting Clefable take the big hit if I have to let it take the big hit. If he's Clef, I mean, Clef is nice for screens, but, yeah. I'd rather sack Clef than risk this getting, like, multiple Dragon Dances off. It's because I can, like, reflect on the Dragon Dance. So Terra Electric comes out. This actually might be Scarf, realizing that now. If it's Scarf and he goes for Turbo Blast, fine. We're Scarf as well, so we'll outspeed it. You'll know that we're Scarf, and that's not really a whole lot of information for you. So we get the U-turn off. Just a little bit. It's actually very defensive. That actually scares me a lot. I don't know if my Clef will be able to beat this. I mean, I have to go Clef here. I don't really have a choice. And unfortunately, we are screens, so we'll be able to, like, slow this down. But you go for Scale Shot. Okay. I'm going to take this opportunity to get my screens off. Yeah, I'm just going to take the opportunity to get Reflect. If you go Treads, we have a full HP heal that's around and healthy. And we also have the Holucha, which is Defog. Iron Head. Okay, that's fine. Don't flinch. Life Orb. Okay. We get the Reflect off. Sweet. And yeah, I'm just going to Moonlight. Keep this around. I imagine you go Treads this turn, maybe? I don't know. This is like a weird situation for you. If you with the Reflect, we'll be able to eat this Iron Head. Maybe you'll play for flinches, which if you do, I mean, fair enough. Let's see, do you get the flinch? No, you don't get the flinch. We get the big Moonlight off. So Clefable kind of being a monster, being the check to this it was meant to be. And I'm just going to Moonlight again. I don't think you're going to give me this Haxorus. Haxorus is way too valuable into my team. Like, once Haxorus goes down, I honestly don't think he has a great way to finish the game. Also, with this Terrid, I don't have to worry about the Primarina tearing on my thingy, on my Blaziken. No way you give me this. I think we see Treads come out here. Or we see Dio if you're like paranoid about Flamethrower. So you're thinking about this for a while. Maybe I should have blasted instead of, recovered before. I think a dead Haxorus would have been more valuable than a healthy Clefable for me. So fine, Prim comes out. I mean, Prim, obviously very annoying Pokemon for my team to deal with, but that's fine. I actually don't switch into this very well, besides the Eel. Eel getting chipped does create a situation where that Treads is a little bit scarier, and since he's keeping that Treads in the back, something tells me it might be like some booster attack Treads, which would be very scary. We may actually see a flip from this Prem. But either way, Eel is always our play here. And you're going to think about this for a while. We're probably going to see like a Specs Moonblast or flip. So our Eel comes out. We'll be able to take any one hit from this. Moonblast, is it going to be like Specs? No, that does nothing. We can't Super Fang here. We can't Volt Switch. I think I'm going to take the opportunity to Volt Switch. Try to get Blaze Cannon. And if you stay in, generally okay. We could bring something out instead of Blaziken. So I'm sure you're calculating. You see I'm like AV max with F on this Eel. I mean, that's good information for you, is because you know that I'm not physically defensive for Treads. So it's better for your Treads on game, but that's fine. My guess is we probably actually see Moonblast out if you're playing for booster attack Treads on game. It doesn't look like you are though, because you switched. Treads. Why would you go Treads on me? Maybe you're trying to stall out Reflect turns, but I am Flamethrower, so I'm just going to click Flamethrower here. We also know that this is not booster attack, which is good to know. Maybe we're going to see Rocks come out. I mean, there's no attack you can go for that's going to be able to touch my Eel. My guess is you're probably trying to stall out my turns, my Reflect turns. Yes, we do know that Blaziken is a big threat. Yeah, okay, so you step up Stealth Rock, you're willing to sack this to my Eel, which is good for me. This was a very scary Pokemon for me to deal with. Call to a KO. And I'm just going to Flamethrower again. If you go out into the Deoxys, fine. We're like AV max with F. So this Eel's doing a lot of work. This Eel was actually kind of, not exactly the last second bring, but it was a bring that I brought after discussing with someone the potential benefits and downsides to bring Glowking. I ultimately decided to bring Eel. I thought that Treads could be scary if I didn't have Eel in this matchup. The reason for Glowking coming was I thought Toxic Spikes once again would be strong into his team, as I didn't think Qwilfish had a good matchup into me, but he did bring the Qwilfish. Which I guess isn't too surprising. The last time we went around, he lost because Toxic Spikes did Toxic Spikes things. So that's going to do nothing. We have Reflect up. Yeah, it does absolutely nothing. And that's going to be a dead Treads. Sweet. So Treads gone. Pretty much half your team's gone. You're probably going to bring out the Urshifu. If your Urshifu is going to be able to break through my screens with the Wicked Blow. And if you go Urshifu, I'm honestly probably going to go Lucha. A little bit of an aggro play, but I really want to get these rocks off the field, and I'll be able to take 2 Wicked Blows with Lucha, even if it's Scarf. Lucha, I mean, it's not bulky, but it's not exactly frail either. So you're going to think about this for a while. Urshifu is like super obviously your best play here. Unless you're... Okay, I mean, that's an option too if you're Earthquake, like Mold Breaker Earthquake. I mean, I can go this in Defog, but I think Clef is always our play here. I'm playing a little bit passively, but at the same time, I don't really feel a need to go super aggro into this team. Like, Haxorus is a little bit scary, but since it's sufficiently chipped, I'm not as scared about it as I would have been before. We're probably going to see a Prim double. I mean, he has to start playing aggressively to get back into this game. He is seriously on the back foot right now. So you're going to see a Magikarp. I mean, I guess that's decent information for you. It means if you're an SD thing, it'll be a little bit less problematic. Scary. My Reflect wears off. Okay, fair enough. I'm just going to Moonblast. Do I need this? Not really. Actually, do I go Lucha on the Ironhead? Or do I make a crazy play and go Greninja? I'm gonna make kind of a crazy play and go Gren. I don't think I super need Gren in this matchup, so I'm willing to take this risk. Just because I like the idea of keeping Clefable healthy to deal with the Urshifu. And I should be able to take an Ironhead from this, which I think we're probably going to see coming our way. Ironhead does come out. So we made the right play and went Gren, and now he's in very much an awkward situation. We can U-turn very freely. It's going to kill this. It's going to pressure the Primarina if he brings out Prim. And we'll play from here. Also, if he brings out Prim, I might sack Lucha to get this default off, just because these rocks are going to be super annoying from my heal. He may actually give me this. Actually, Gunk probably was my right play. Yeah, Gunk was a better play in this situation. I mean, it would have risked missing, but catching that Prim would have been so nice, and it would have killed this Actress anyways, as long as I didn't miss. Yeah, I should have Gunked. We're going to see Prim come out, and I definitely should have Gunked. No, we see this come out. Interesting, interesting. So I get the U-turn off. Do a decent amount. And I'm just going to bring out my Lucha here and defog. We're clear Amulet because we were kind of a little bit nervous about Bullfish coming. I think we scare out with the any hit. So defog we go. If you take this out, fine. I just want these rocks off the field. I'm guessing Dio's probably not going to be the rockers who you haven't brought it in. Sorry, not going to be a rockers, but if you were a rocker Dio, I feel like you probably would have brought it in by now. It's probably going to be some plot, like, offensive set. Could be a policy set, too, like Cosmic Power. No, Cosmic Power would be a little bit crazy into potential Battle Ball and Greninja. So you're thinking about this for a while. You're probably debating going for the punish on my defog. Or debating who to switch into the Lucha. I think punishing the Lucha defog is definitely your play here. You're on the back foot. You have to make plays. If you keep playing passively, you're just going to lose. You're going to kind of lose slowly to my trip. This is Garf. Okay, good to know this is Garf. Good info, good info. You can just defog. Rock's gone. How much is Clefable taking from this? You're doing 30%. I'm at 323. I'm at 82. The Clefable is always my play here. Yeah, so we know your Scarf now. And our Clefable should eat too, unless my calcs are lying to me. Which, you know, I mean, calcs sometimes do that, but I think this is safe. Yeah, it does nothing. Okay. You do nothing. I can actually light screen here. Light screen, sack Thundurus, go Blaziken. Win with Blaziken? Do you have anything that lives with Blaziken hit? No. Yeah, so I think that actually is my series of plays. If I think Blaziken does win here. So you go Prim here. Lagoon, that was the Primarina, I believe. Yep, Prim. We get our light screen off. I'm going to sack Thundurus this turn. I'm going to bring out Blaziken, and that should be a good game. Barring something crazy happening. I'm fine with Thundurus going down. I mean, Thundy's nice, but it's not super necessary to my endgames. Yeah. I think we're going to see another Blaziken sweep. Should we Terra Electric Blaziken and it's light screen off? I think we're fine. Oh! Oh! Good tech. Very good tech. Okay. That actually changes things a lot. That was awesome. That was an awesome bring. That will slow down my Blaziken. So I'm just going to Volt Switch here. I mean, Thunderbolt's not going to take you out. Interesting. Okay. Ah, no, I should have Thunderbolted. If I think Blaziken still does win. Yeah, Blaziken still does win this. It just plays a little differently than I initially had in mind. So I think I am going to sack Lucha here in order to try to get this Blaziken win off. You withdraw. Interesting. Who are you going to go out into? Haxorus, maybe? Or Shifu. Okay, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Does the large trump with the Volt. We switch out, and I'm just going to go out of Greninja, U-turn, shenanigans. Volt turn is a very funny combination. Yeah, so you're forced to take a sack here. If you go Crim, I'm going to go for the one with Blaziken. I think I do have enough turns now since I'm Terra Blaziken. Actually, do I? Maybe not, actually. So we get the U-turn off. Urshifu gone. What you have left is Deoxys, Primarina, and Haxorus. And I'm quite liking my position right now. If I go Eel, that's going to bring out Haxorus. Haxorus is going to get a kill. If I go Clefable, that brings out Haxorus. Haxorus is going to get a kill. If I bring out Holucha, that's going to bring out the Deoxys. Shoot, this is actually a very awkward position for me right now. Yeah, as much as I don't want to make this play, I think it's kind of forced, actually. This is my best Pokemon out on neutral with the tools that he has left. If Dio comes out great, I'm going to Terra and Swords Dance, and that should probably be game. If Perm comes out, I'm just going to Terra Blast it, and if Haxorus comes out, I'm going to Protect. I'm pretty sure I have priority. No, I don't have priority, but I should be able to take out that Haxorus with Life Orb. If the Haxorus is on a timer, even if it starts getting up multiple Dragon Dances. So you're thinking about this for a while. Haxorus has to be your play here, and you have to make the awkward choice between, you have to make the awkward choice between either attacking me or going for a Dragon Dance, and you need 2 Dragon Dances. Wait, did I Terra? Oh no. I didn't go far enough into the game to unlock Terra yet. No! Oh no. Please, good. Oh. How far in the game do you need to get to unlock Terra? I thought it was far enough. This is bad. This is very, very bad. I was leaning really hard into Blaziken win. Shoot. I can't win with Blaziken now. I mean, I'm glad that I'm up by enough where I feel like I can afford that gamble, but... Okay, I'm gonna have to look up how far into the game you have to get to unlock Terra. If I could have sworn that I got up to the scene where Nimona gives you the Terra Orb. You DD? You Earthquake, okay, okay. Please don't know that I am not Terra. And just like throw or something. But no, it doesn't matter, because even after I get this kill, I'm not gonna be able to kill anything. Yeah, shoot. That sucks. So Haxorus gone. But we're not going to be able to get the Blaziken sweep off. I mean, we would be able to if whatchamacallit, if we had the Terra, but we didn't play far enough into the game to unlock Terra. Oh. That is a very stupid decision on my end. I should have Googled it instead of just assuming the second they give you the Terra Orb, you're able to Terra. I guess you have to go to the point where, I guess you have to go to the point after the tutorial, like after, whatchamacallit, after they give the announcement of the game thing starting. So you got into this, I can't Terra. Actually, is this an issue now? Maybe, I have light screen up, so Eel's gonna be able to take any one hit, but... Yeah, this sucks. This really sucks. Please go for the Parasong, not really realizing I'm not Terra on this Blaziken. I mean, if you Moonblast or Scald, that's actually going to be a little bit of an issue. I might actually have to hit a Gunk Shot to win this game. Go for Moonblast. Does nothing. Heal the tank. So do I just Super Fang go... I mean, my Thundurus is going to be able to take one hit. So I think I do Volt Switch Thundurus and play from there. Or do I? Actually, I'm just going to Super Fang and Volt Switch after that. This Prime Resistance is going to be a huge issue. Yeah. All because I forgot the Terra. Well, not that I forgot the Terra. I knew that I was Terra Electric, but I didn't play far enough into the game. I blundered. You Moonblast again. Okay. I think we're okay then. Special attack fall. It's a little annoying, but we're Super Fang, so it doesn't really matter. Dude, solid half health. Light Screen wears off. I'm going to Volt Switch this turn. I should be able to take one more Moonblast. Heal's going to go down, but I think from there we win with Greninja. Moonblast does nothing. Does very little at least. Special attack falls again. Okay. You're Wakan. Good tech. But I don't think you're Aqua Jet, because if you were Aqua Jet, you would have clicked it by now. Watch this is like some monster Scarfio set. Tell you it's not gonna kill. I mean, I think you were doing. I was taking like 20% from these Gunk poisons. Yeah, I was taking like around 20%. So I'm just gonna Volt Switch. If you reveal the Jet, you reveal the Jet. But I don't think you can afford Jet if you're Parashong. If you're Jet, that means you're not flip turn. Yeah, you can't afford Jet. So Primarina gone. All you have left is a Deoxys, which is going to go down to my Greninja, and we redeem ourselves a little bit after we lost to a 2-crit last week. I wouldn't say quite completely redeemed, dispute our Greninja kind of frauded, but... not our Greninja, our Blaziken kind of frauded if we forgot to Terra, but... okay, I'm going to have to Google later and figure out how far into the game I have to get to unlock the Terra thing. Pressure, doesn't really matter. I'm Scarf. Scarf U-turn. You're probably going to get a kill. You wouldn't have gotten any kills if I was the correct playset, but 1 kill is fine. I'm fine with surviving Shroom again. So you're going to think about this for a while. Maybe there's some policy recovers that. So I do large chunk with this U-turn. Are you going to be policy? Doesn't look to be a policy. Yeah, not policy. I don't really have a switch into this. Maybe Clefable. I don't think Clefable lives a hit though. Yeah, I don't think it's going to live the Psychic after this Focus Blast. We're very physically defensive Clef this week. And it's Life Orb anyways. So this is actually on a timer. Since this is on a timer, I'm going to go for the 6-0. It's scummy of me, but I'll be the scummy player. This never wins. Unless, wait. No, yeah, Flash Can. So we preserve the 6-0. Let's go. And yeah, see you guys in our next week. And we will make sure to get Terra right on our next week. On our Blaziken. So we'll actually be able to Terra. So, good game. See you guys in our next match.